going on, y'all? I know I kind of look a little sweaty. I just came from being outside and all that kind of good stuff. But how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me before I go any further or anything. What's up, Country Ghetto? What's up, Sweet James Jones? What's up, baby? Can y'all hear me clearly? Can y'all hear me? What's up, DC the Trucker? Hi, babe. Loud and clear. Okay. Ah, it's that time. It's that time to have that conversation. I knew I was gonna have to drop this bomb to y'all. But some of y'all that know me and have my phone number, some of y'all already know. Um, but I think it's time. I think it's time. Hi, Donique, baby. How you doing? Donique is out in the oil field frac saying you go check him out. Hit his icon. He does have a channel. Make sure you go like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Okay. Um, I guess I get straight into it. Um, I was terminated from Swift. Okay, that's pretty much what it is. Pretty much what's and I knew the time was gonna come. I was gonna have to let y'all know um that I was. I had so many people um that was rooting for me while I was at Swift. People like Sinister, shout out to Sin, shout out to Sin, Sinister was definitely showing up me a lot of love and shouting me out a lot. Hi Michelle S3. Um, Diva 43, Beauty and the Beast. Uh, what's up, Deacon the World? Y'all let me know y'all don't stop hearing me. Y'all let me know. Let me just keep talking and rambling on and whatnot and what have you. But anyway, I was terminated. For those of you that's been rocking with me for a long period of time, I was a lease op and a trainer there at Swift Transportation. And I had some things happen while I was there. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Um, I was green. I was really, really, really green when I was there at Swift. I was trying to call myself being like a goody two shoes and trying to do everything by the book and all that and what have you. And that would end up causing me to go through what I went through, which is being discharged. Right now, altogether, your girl Shake went through 5 different students. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And nothing major happened. We never totaled anybody out. We never had a DOT shut down. We never had a rollover. We never completely damaged. Well, we did have something happen one time with my first student. She had what was I? Was I inside the? I think I was inside the truck stop, and she tried to do a pull through. We get to that part in a little bit. Hi, Red, baby. I ain't seen you in a long time. How are you? You ain't been in my comment section in a long time. How are you? Um, yeah. But anyway, we'll get to a lot of the details in just a minute. But I was terminated because I had way too many incidents. But a lot of these incidents took place when I was training, when I had a student on board, right? Now, none of these things are on my NVR, none of these things are on my real deck. But of course, when other jobs send in verifications to other places, and they'll say, and then your Swift will do your girl wrong and say, I had all these such incidents on there, right? And it's always been a challenge when it goes to other companies because I have to do a formal interview. I have to get on the phone with safety and explain what happened. And luckily enough, you see, I haven't given up on trucking because I love trucking. I love what I do. Oh, sweaty right there. Yeah, forgive me. I love what I do. I love trucking. I love like being on the open road. I enjoy driving. So this must be from yes. Yes, for a long time ago. I was terminated December 2017 from Swift Transportation. Um, and it was so cold hearted how they did it. They already didn't put me on suspension and then waited a little while longer and then terminated me. But come to the oil field and do sandbox. If I come back out there again, Dad, it's gonna be my own truck. I'm not doing it again as a company on the company side and mess with them people out there being out in the middle of damn nowhere, being out in the middle of the damn desert, dealing with some dumbass trainers that don't want to be bothered with you and all that kind of shit. And you saw me do that, Dominique. You saw me do that already. But Rika, you in here, baby? I didn't see you. Oh, yeah, I didn't see Rika in here. Um, but yeah, so I was terminated for these different things. Now, I had a lot of things happen with my first and my third and my last student. I remember I went through 5, right? Um, one situation was she had, I don't remember if I was asleep or I was in the truck stop and she was trying to do a pull through and park and she ended up hitting a parked truck. And by the grace of God, the man did act a fool and things like that. But here's my thing. In my defense. I just feel like they always say in every company, I don't know your email, baby. No, you went behind my back and did what you did. What you mean, baby? What I do? What I did? What you talking? What I do? When I go behind your back, baby? But anyway, um, no. In my defense, I just feel like every company, Prime, Swift, Schaefer, all of the mega carriers, they always say that they need female trainers. There's a shortage on female trainers, right? But I just feel like when you're dealing with somebody on that large of equipment that's never done anything that large of equipment before, right? You have to give a certain kind of leverage to the trainer. You understand? Because it's gonna be anyway. Continue. I don't know what you're talking about, baby. Hit me up in the comment section on Messenger. Hit me up on Messenger. Let me know what you're talking about, please. um, but no. What I can really say, but I just feel like they should, the way that they looking for you to train, because let's keep this real. Okay, let's keep this real. When you have somebody on a truck that has absolutely no idea what they're doing, they've never done anything that size before, smaller things are going to happen, right? None of these things are my NVR just to give you just how minimum they were, right? And me being so damn green and trying to do everything by the goddamn book, I kept sitting there picking up the damn phone and I kept reporting shit. That was my downfall. That's the mistake that I made. Picking up that damn phone, reporting every damn thing that went on. And here I am thinking, oh, the company's gonna have my back, the company's gonna have my back, the company's gonna have my back, and ended up not having my back. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, what do you expect when you are training? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, because I'm green, seriously green, right? That if it's not nothing serious, then it shouldn't be no problem. You understand what I'm saying? And that just ended up not being the case. They put all these incidents on me. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much, baby. Pretty much. I have no problem admitting to me making a mistake of reporting things. I have no problem with that. Right? And I'm going to give you some more insight. All of my students, like this is how Swift do. Okay? This is how Swift do. Swift makes sure students, when they get off the truck with you, they make you do an evaluation, right? And I think it's from 1 to 5, and 1 being absolutely horrible and 5 being excellent, right? All my students gave me a 5. All of them. All 5 of my students gave me a 5 when I got off the truck. So, because they let you know it, you know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, I in a way terminated myself. But this is where I feel like I hold Swift accountable to, is that You say all day long that you have a shortage of female truckers. You have a shortage of female trainers. You need female trainers. It's much more women that's coming into the industry that only feel comfortable getting on the truck with a female. So why not fix your policy to where if it's not something that's DOT relatable, why throw that on the trainer as a real live incident? Whatever happened on the road, stay on the road. That's between you and that student. Yeah, I understand that, but here's my thing. I was thinking, if I don't report it, then what kind of example am I setting to her? Because all I trained was females. I trained no men. That was my little pet peeve. I didn't want to train no men and have that whole sex type thing going on. I watched that shit online. I was like, hell no. Another trucker from Prime already going through that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was not with that at all. So but the way they did it was so dirty. Like, they put me on suspension first. And then I guess when they was merging with Night, Hold on, y'all. They was merging with Night, and they were starting to change some of the rules a little bit, like some of the pay, um, some of the training aspects, and all that kind of shit. Would you like people to keep calling the job for every little thing you do? No. To realize that exactly, but I was green. Swift was my you have to understand this. You have to understand this for your girl shape, okay? Swift was my very first Class A driving job. So, in a way, I still was a rookie, even though I had been there for like 17 months. I got my start there. I went to the school there in Corsicana, Texas. Got on the bus from Houston. I had been driving school buses for over 5 years. I took a chance out and jumped at it and did it. So, you kind of can say I didn't have a whole lot of experience behind me when I jumped into trying to train in the first place. And that's what I'm saying. I I fully hold myself responsible. You know what I'm saying for it, but I feel like at the same time, I felt like if it wasn't a DOT relatable offense, which none of them were except for one, then you shouldn't have put it on me. W winging. Winging? I don't know what that means, baby. What you mean by winging? But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I feel like you need trainers. It's hard to get females to train. This industry is hard to be out here. And certain small things are gonna happen, right? I'm gonna give you another example. This actually happened. This is with my third student. We was on the Walmart dedicated, and I always felt like it was good to put my students on the Walmart dedicated because it gives them a chance to learn van and reefer, right? I thought that was a good thing to do. And everybody tells them throughout school, Walmart is the place to be. Walmart's the place to be. Walmart's the place to be. People don't know how much goddamn work the Walmart dedicated really is. It's a lot of work. It's very demanding, and they put all them goddamn stops on you. And the Walmart managers can be real dickheads, especially on the refrigerated food side, right? Anyway, I was asleep. I was staying up half the time. With my student being on, especially for the first 2 weeks, I would stay up half my shift watching my student. And I finally went to sleep in the sleeper, and she was trying to put the trailer into the dock. Now, this particular Walmart in Florida, there's a construction site right here. There's a curve and grass right here. There's a trailer already in the dock right there. So when she finally woke me up, my truck was like this, at an angle like this. And she came back anymore, she would took out the camera up top that's attached on the outside of the building. They have cameras that watch their docks, right? So she finally woke me up, and I had no choice but to take my truck and put it up on the curve and get it out of the situation that it was in. Otherwise, if I came back, I would have hit the camera on the side of the building. And it snuck my bumper like about this much. My bumper had like a little bit of space to it, like this much. Not really hanging really bad. And for that, I called and I reported that shit in, and they put that shit against me as a real incident. And I didn't know it. I didn't realize it. I just thought, hey, when you training, I figured, well, since you training and you have a student on, they should already know small things are going to happen. And it wasn't DOT related. So I didn't consider it being a serious thing. And they put that shit against me. Well, Shay, my oldest son and I just landed in Vegas, and we are about to get lit, hit the strip. Hopefully see some strippers. What? Yeah, but yeah, it was one of the. You can. Here's my thing. I was green. I was green. I was trying to be a good two shoes. I was trying to do right. I was worried about what if my student report said. I was trying to do wrong, and I did the shit totally to myself in a way. You understand? Never call minor things in as well. You laughing. See, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh because the shit's been hurting me long term. The shit been hurting me long term. So, but I've stuck in with it. Y'all see me sticking in a lot of places. I've definitely been able to find a guru of companies that will take me regardless, because Swift does have a reputation for fucking over their drivers. They've been underneath multiple lawsuits and all that. So that's where you went wrong. Your student's driving, you should be in the passenger seat when they're timing. It's both y'all go to sleep. Then they parking. You should be outside guiding it. Yeah, I understand that, but you have to sleep at some point in time. That's another thing too, Donique, and I'm glad you mentioned that, baby. I feel you, and you are correct, right? But another mistake is when you train, and you got to set yourself up on a schedule, because you don't realize when you train and you setting yourself up to put your body underneath more stress, right? I would stay up half the time I'm supposed to be in a sleeper in the damn first place. I was working off 4 or 5 hours of sleep, which is dangerous in a lot of ways, because if you're not alert, ain't no way in here you can be alert and watching, paying attention to what your student is doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And with Swift, they like for you to team drive after, I think it's like 40 or 50 hours. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how they set up. Being there here. You still at Swift Red? You been at Swift all this time? Damn. You dedicated. No, honey. You putting the man emoji. You laughing and making fun of me. I don't need you to laugh and make fun of me. I don't need you to do that. I just need you just to hear what I got to say. They copy your clock. They copy your clock at all times. No, you can't. At some point in time, Swift wants you to team drive. Wants you to team drive after a while. And that's the only way you're really going to make your money. So you really cannot. I would try to stay up half the time supposed to be in the sleeper, which is also part of the reasons why maybe a few things were kind of what's happening. Another time, this is another incident, right? Because altogether they put me for 5. One of them already fell off. I said like after a year. In I said in November 2018, one of them already fell off. And this really actually happened. We was in some kind of dirt yard somewhere in Oklahoma where there's no cement any kind, all damn potholes. And she didn't really do anything wrong. She was just going through slow, and she ended up going down to the sinkhole that was covered by rocks. It was covered by rocks. You couldn't even see it. It was a sinkhole, and I had to call somebody to come wedge me out. So that was another incident. But here's my thing. I just feel like it's kind of... I feel like they shouldn't put it as incidents against you when you training and when you also leasing for the truck. Yes, I was leased, but the lease is high. Lease is like $7.11 a week when I was there. $7.11, and paying insurance, and money's going to the maintenance account. They take out your check. So why are you putting the fucking incidents against me and the money coming out of my fucking account in the first place? So everything they do, I pay for the truck and I pay our repairs. So I kind of felt like in my mind, hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a huge deal. You understand what I'm saying? See, Swift do they shit backwards. Yes, they do. They team job after 1 week running under each other's clock. Yes, they do. Make sure you hit me right after this line. Why, DC Tucker? I don't even have your email address. But I don't even have your you tell me all the time to hit you up. But I don't have your IG or anything like that. Say you the one keep picking up that phone. So the number one kind of put yourself. Yeah, I did, baby. I have no problem owning up to me being green. And I also was kind of like I had so many people rooting for me on here. Some people that was looking for me to do good, and some people that was proud of you, girl. Training. But what I should have done was did a little more researching into the whole Swift and training thing. I just hurry up and jumped in it. I got put off the Walmart thing because Walmart in Brundage, Alabama said right now we have to kick you off for a couple months because we don't have the freight to sustain you and things like that. So I was like, okay. I was teaming for one while with a guy, and that didn't happen. He ended up putting me off his truck, trying to be micromanaged and trying to be crazy, and trying to manipulate and control everything about it, down to paying me, down to when we go home, down to what trips we take. I mean, just name it. I mean, he was just trying to micromanage, control me. I just had to jump ship. So, yes, Benny Cook, it's a money thing. It's a money thing. It's all about a money thing. But I just feel like for any major carrier that's looking for you to train, especially for ladies, right? And there's so many different things that people look online that happen to co-ed training that they only feel comfortable with female trainers. So female trainers are in high demand. So I just feel like if it's not a DOT relatable thing, then don't put the fucking offense against you. That's how I feel about the shit. At the end of the day, you live, you learn. Yes, yes. I'm starting to really get to know these mega carriers a whole lot. But part of the reason why number one, I never let that hold me back from trucking and driving because I do love it. And I've always just kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I may have to cut little corners. I may have to stick somewhere I don't like for a little while longer. But I couldn't let that deteriorate me because, like I said, Swift has a reputation for fucking over people. Laugh out loud. That's lies. Walmart always have lows. They all over sweet. Even if well, the dedicated in Brundage, Alabama would let me stay on for like 8 months, 9 months out of the year, I think, and then they would kick me out because they Walmart have their slow periods. They have something, but you have to keep in mind I was paying a high note. I was paying $70.11 a week for the lease, which is high. And I think I had like a 2017, 2016 Freightliner. You have to go back through my archive videos. I put one of them up at the end of one of these videos. But and I would always make my money on additional stop pay because Walmart try to hug you when you're on the app. They try to put like them stops that have 3, 4, and 5 different stops on there. So I take advantage of you, but you get your pay. You understand, for each stop, and you get your round trip play. And at that point in time, Swift didn't get nothing but 3 cents unless you did reefer. And when you did reefer, all they gave was like 6 cents on the fuel surcharge. They sucked on the fuel surcharge, so they couldn't sustain you after a certain period of time. That and the Target dedicated. The Target dedicated up in Ohio sustained me for a while. But go to CCC. They're awesome. Great pay. And what is CCC? CCC. That's super high. Yeah, it is. I think now, Red, I think the leasing now, because I know Honey Badger's over there. She said her lease is like 5 something a week. Now, see, that'd have been gravy. That'd have been gravy. See, if it had been that payment, I never probably would have started training in the first place. You understand? OMG, I pay $450 a week when I buy their trucks. Well, I don't think it's that cheap even now. I think the lowest it is like $580 because I've been watching Honey Badger. She's leasing now at Swift. But see, they've tweaked it so much because it was so hard to maintain over there. You had to train. You had to train. You had to team or get on a dedicated and do good just on a dedicated for a little while and then suffer the rest of the time OTR solo. So you had to train. So it's kind of like, what do you do? But I will admit that I did not really assert myself enough. I just saw the money. My eyes got big, and I saw the money that I could make, and I didn't really prepare myself for everything else. You understand? So your girl shape messed up. I'll tell you the truth. Your girl shape messed up. Even though none of it is serious, even though I can still get a job and maintain a job, it's just been something that's been hovering me. And I'm gonna tell you this shit. You gonna laugh at this shit. You gonna laugh at this shit. Now y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. Now, when I came to CalArt and I filled out the application here from SRT, right? And they did the process and everything, and I told them what's gonna come up. I always tell all the companies that I apply for what's gonna happen, what's gonna come up from them. And don't you know that Swift has me for available for rehire? They fired the girl, right? Did me dirty with it now. Did me dirty with it. I got to say it a little bit, right? And I'm eligible to come back and work for their asses again. Ain't that some mess? Mess you up on working. Mess you up on working for another company. Try to make it difficult for you to go to a lot of other companies, right? They're gonna tell you you can come back and work for their asses. I am eligible for rehire upon review. Oh, ain't that some shit? Let's just say $500 something while we pay $630. No, Red Honey Badger 101. She said she pays like $5 something a week. Creed. Oh, Creed, I'll try them out. What's up, Crazy Bubble? You here trading students can double your income becomes at a price. What price? You mean talking about trading out in the oil field? Yeah, that's all they say. Ain't about the money game. They want to use you, pay off that fucking truck, and train on people they can put in other trucks, but don't want to show you no kind of clemency. Don't give a damn about you. Say all day that we need drivers. Don't give a damn about you. That's it. That's what it's all about. Even here at Keller, it's all about money. That's the name of the game. But it's just I did not make sure I protected myself enough. I believed in the regime. I believed in the company. I believed in just, you know, thinking I was doing right. At Walmart and that. Not at any company that asks you to. No, any. I was asked to train at SRT. I was asked to train. If y'all remember me being at Southern Refrigerated, I was asked to train and I said no. Because I guess it is brought about like a fear in me to do it again. And I did enjoy having somebody on the truck, despite the little small things that would happen. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy having another person here to go eat with and looking at the loads with and going out shippers with and things like that and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed all that. It's just kind of like I didn't make sure I asserted myself. That's something I could tell you. That's something because nothing else seriously happened. And it's the guy on the truth. Like, you got to be telling the truth, Shape. And I told another one of my homeboys this, and he has a following on YouTube. And he said, it got to be something else that you got on there. It got to be something else. It got to be something you ain't telling. It got to be something that you leaving. Like, it got to be something serious that you did. And it's nothing really truly serious that I did. There's no fatalities. There's no rollovers. I've never even been shut down at the DOT. I've never even experienced that all the time I've been driving. And I know a lot of other drivers that have YouTube channels and stuff like that and whatnot on here. They've experienced being shut down at the DOT. So, not any. Yeah. So. You don't need no training. I know my wig is flying, y'all. I know my wig is flying. I probably look crazy and halfway to it, and I just stepped off from being outside. But I just knew I had to have this conversation with y'all. I've been battling back and forth, just like when I'm going to tell y'all. Like, some of you've already known. I guess I won't say that I was necessarily embarrassed for it. I kind of just felt like, should I tell y'all? Should I discourage my ladies that do watch me? Because I have like 13% of my followers that are women. and a lot of them have already gotten in trucking or trying to get into trucking. Um, or just like seeing my darling face on the screen, whatever it is that they hit the subscribe button for. And a lot of them have contemplated on training. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I didn't want to be like of a disappointment and let it be known and let it know that it didn't work for me. Like I didn't succeed at it. I guess I didn't want to sit there and deteriorate you for my ladies that will watch this from taking that step and training, because my experience may not be the same. You may be a trainer and excel at it. You might make a galore of money in it. You may not have no problems out of your students. It may work out excellent for you. You know what I'm saying? I watch Junior all the time, training at Prime, and he just has a love and a knack for it, and he just keeps going with it. You know, so I guess that's part of the reason why, it took me so long to have the courage to have this conversation. You know, where am I at, Crazy Bubba? I am in New Caney, Texas. That's why I'm sweating because it's hot as hell down here right now. It's like 60 degrees. Tell the lady we can't see once you get in the truck. I don't know. But you know, Kellogg don't train. Kellogg does not train. If y'all have any more questions, anything like that for me that y'all would like to know. I know a few of you that have my number, y'all gonna be like, I told you so, and you should have been had this conversation. Blase, blase. All right, well, learn from our mistake. Make sure you know exactly what you're doing. Make sure training is something that you want to do. Uh, I'm in Lufkin. Are you a good ways from me? You like 2, 3 hours away from me. Make sure that you with a company that's going to have your back. Make sure you have a DM that is going to support you, because that was another downfall that I also had when I switched from being a company driver. When I switched from being on a truck with my co-team driver, they gave me a whole completely different DM, and my DM was in Atlanta, and he was not very supportive in any of the problems that I faced. And there's that, and I'm not blaming him for that, but it would have been a help to have somebody, fight for you. You know what I'm saying? Because training is not an easy thing. You know what I'm saying? Train somebody that has absolutely no experience is not an easy thing to do. Take your ass to the field. If I come out there and be my own truck, you trying to get your truck. Yes, I am. So that's all I'm trying to do now, baby. But I love y'all much. Hit the like button, subscribe down below. Comment any questions that you may have for me down below in the comment section. And this is your girl Shay.